And whew, new high score. You know, I love this controller. I really do. But if only there was a way to make it even better. Go way past cool. Huh. I guess ask and you shall receive. Let's get this started, shall we? I'm walking on the air, I feel it. So come delinquents now, do as I'm damn deprived. If you've been burning left in the ash, crank the volume and tune into your second. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station, your number one source for anything animation, including a headshot that runs faster than the speed of sound, as well as TV and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small, and yes, today we have another product review. Because as much as I love this controller right here, this one I reviewed, and you guys seem to love that review, it's one of the highest viewed things on my channel, it felt like it was time to upgrade, because the audio jack's a little wonky, and yeah, so as much as I love this controller, I knew I had to upgrade at some point. And today, with a little help from birthday and Christmas money, I have made that upgrade. With something I've wanted for a while, ever since I even found out it was a thing, and now I can say I finally proudly own one. And just like that previous controller, this appears that's going to be the only review of this product on YouTube. Because everyone's only reviewing the headset, which, don't worry, we'll review the headset another time. But for today, we're going to talk about this, because this is awesome right here. This, right here, is the PDP REALMz Sonic the Hedgehog Xbox controller. Yep, I finally got it. After having it on my wish list for like 2 or 3 years, it is finally in my hands. Now, this guy was not cheap. This thing cost me like $51. So, this is definitely a much more high-end controller than that one was. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love this controller. It's going to proudly sit on display with my Sonic Wachowski plushie that's sitting all the way over there. But this one is going to be the gaming controller, the one for the official setup. And this one actually does have LED lighting. So I'm not going to make the same mistake I did with that one and say it has lighting when it's not, and I just got tricked by all the white. So before we begin, let's take a look at the package. And yeah, as you can see, mine's a little busted up, and you know what, that's okay. It looks like everything else is still intact in there. It just had a little bit of a rough going to get here. And you know what, that's okay. It happens sometimes. As long as the product still works as advertised, then we'll be fine. So let's go over the box together. We have the PDP logo right up here. It's a pretty cool logo. I think it's also shiny reflective, I think. Let me move the box. No, it's not. Okay, it just made it look like it. Then we have the REALMz controller, which in their own words is combining video gaming with collecting. Thus why there's a Sonic figurine inside of the grip, which we'll talk about later. Then we have some arrows up here. Then we have a nice big render of the actual controller, as well as a little peek into the actual controller. This is REALM's whole thing. They do this with their Switch controllers as well, so this is like their whole packaging style, and honestly, it's kind of neat. Then we have bonus LED lighting, the Sonic logo, Xbox logo, designed for Xbox, but it works great with PC too, because just like the PowerA controller, this is made for both in mind. So, if we flip it to the side here, we have another render of the controller with those LED lights on display. Then we have designed for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Windows 10 and 11, which means you can use this on your Xbox One, your Xbox Series X and S, and your PC, which is great. Then moving over to this side, sorry, I'm doing this with my feet because I'm holding the tripod in my hand. We have the PDP logo again here, and some extra stuff down here. App-enabled remap buttons and reconfigure triggers with the PDP control hub. So, yeah, you can readjust and reconfigure this controller however you want, which is cool. Then, moving this over to the back, We have REALMz Sonic controller, wired controller. This is another wired one, and you know what? That's okay because my PC isn't Bluetooth, so that works for me. Then you got the D-pad. You have a quick little peek at the adjustable little bumpers in the back. Another render of the controller, and all the details here, such as D-pad volume control and a 35mm audio jack. Collectible figurine inside a multi-layer design, which is this right here. Then you have programmable back buttons, or bumpers, whatever you want to call them. Use A, B, X, and Y to explore the lighting effects, which we will do, don't worry. Available for free on Xbox and Windows 10 and 11 from the Microsoft Store. I don't know why that's there, it's a little weird. On the fly selective audio controls. Got some sonic rings down here. And a scan me code for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to give you extra look into the controller, maybe that's for the app, I don't really know. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. And then the bottom is a whole lot of legal nonsense with the Sonic logo there. So, yep. And then the top, nothing special. Just your little hang tab if you find it in store, and a big black rectangle. So, that's pretty much it. So, now we're going to bust this bad boy out of his broken packaging, and we're going to take a look at the controller and compare it to our previous one. So, you know how we do it here. Gotta go fast. Alright, now that we have freed the controller from its busted, broken cardboard prison, now we can move on to what's inside, and then we'll get to the controller. Don't worry, this won't take long. So, first up, we have some instructions right here. So, this is going to tell you like how to use the lights and everything else. I'm not going to unfold it and show it rest of it on camera. I just want to show you that it is there to help you if you don't know how it works. Then you have a big beefy cord right here. This is another USB-C, so it's much like the other one. However, unlike the Power A one, this one is not colored. So I am still going to be using the blue cord from the Power A version for like gaming and stuff like that with this controller, and then I'll just use this at probably like a, I don't know, I guess a backup phone charger, I guess. Okay, so now we get on to the controller, and my goodness, she is an absolute beauty. Look at this thing. Beautiful piece of art right here. Like, this isn't just a controller, this is art. This is absolutely just gorgeous. So let's start from here and work our way over, because obviously the figure is the most interesting part. So let's start with the rest of it. So first up, we have a green hill loop and some palm trees with some rings. Got Sonic right there. I believe that's also Sonic in Japanese with an arrow. Nice blue and white. Love the blue and white on this controller. Then you have your blue joystick, which looks much different than the one on the Power A version. Then you have some translucency to show some of the stuff within, like you got the Sonic logo, you have a Spin Dash logo there, you have some arrows, Sonic again, gotta go fast, gotta get his catchphrase in there, even though it is kind of cut off by the plastic, but it is there. Then you have a Chaos Emerald right there, it looks like, there's a couple. And then you have another Sonic logo here, and it kind of just repeats itself. Then you have rings down here. Then you have your start, select, and connect buttons right here. Your Xbox logo here. Then you have your D-pad, which also works as volume control, as well as share and connection. Then you have your mic mute button. I do love how they added this, because the other one did not do that. Then you have another joystick here. It's very, very different than the one that's on the Power A version, as we'll look in a second. Then we have the face buttons, which are bright white with gray letters. And they even have like a little plus etched into the translucent frame, which looks really, really cool. As you can see, it is very shiny. It is super reflective off my television. And then we get down to the most interesting part of the entire controller, which is that it includes a Sonic the Hedgehog figurine. Now, I don't think you're supposed to take this out. I think this is meant to stay in the controller if my camera wants to focus. But it looks really cool. It's an impressive little figurine of Sonic in a running pose, and it looks really, really nice. Now, granted, I think this is the exact same one that is in the headset, but it still looks really cool. And with the headset one, they actually made it look like a figure eight with the help of some plastic graphics, so it's still somewhat different. Then moving on to the top of the controller, you have, of course, your entry point right here for your USB-C. Then you have your left bumper and left trigger, your right bumper and your right trigger, and all of these are a nice stark white to contrast with the translucent plastic. Then on the bottom, you have the hole for your audio jack. Then on the back here, really cool little translucent blue arrows. Then you have, of course, your adjustable buttons right here. And then over here, it's just flat translucent plastic. But yeah, that's the way the controller looks. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, absolutely just gorgeous. I can't stop looking at this thing, man. It is beautiful. Now let's talk a little bit about the shape. As you can see, the shape is way different than it is with the PowerA version. Once again, as we'll talk about when we get to comparison time at length, but this one, it's a lot bigger, it's a lot wider, it's a lot more like a traditional normal Xbox controller, but maybe shortened by a little bit. And it does feel a little strange in my hand, I'm not gonna lie, but I can still reach everything just fine. All the buttons sound good. Like, this sounds and feels like a quality controller that's worth that premium price tag. So yeah, it still feels great in the hand. It is going to take a little bit of getting used to because I am so used to the other one. But yeah, she's beautiful. Beautiful controller. Alright, now let's move on to comparison time. Alright, it is comparison time. So on the left, we have our brand new PDP REALMz controller, and on the right, we have our classic original PowerA controller. Both of these are wired, and both of them are made for Xbox and PC. And yeah, it's pretty crazy how much a change of extra $20 can do, right? Like, this one, like, don't get me wrong, this is still a beautiful controller. I still love the blue and cyan checkerboard design and that gorgeous, gorgeous render of Sonic. And then, of course, the face buttons, and this one has a really nice sense of style to it, and it is a little thinner than this one. This one, however, feels a lot more form-fitting, it feels a lot more like your usual Xbox controller, and it has an amazing, gorgeous design, with the translucent mixed with extra paint on the plastics, and of course, having a figure inside of it is just really, really cool. Now moving on to the D-pads, as you can see, these are also quite different. You have your normal traditional D-pad on the PowerA, and then on this one, you have a much more pro-like D-pad, because it's just a giant round circle rather than just an actual, well, plus pad. Then, of course, you have your joysticks, which are also a lot different. These ones have like a little ring inside of it, whereas these ones have like this texture detail around it. Please excuse the dirt and grime. I've used this controller a lot. As you can see, it has like a diamond texture on the extra sides to give it extra grip. So I feel like this one is going to have a little extra grip, but this one is more for the style factor. Not to mention, I mean, this one's translucent and this one is not, so. But yeah, you can see they are definitely very drastic different controllers between them. And there is a whole lot of things that make each one unique. This one for its 2D artwork, and this one for its gorgeous 3D layering inside of a completely translucent shell. Very, very beautiful. Now, if we turn these to the back, these both have adjustable little bumpers and paddles on the side. Well, on the bottom, excuse me. As you can see, these both have paddles. These ones are red, and these ones are cyan blue. And also, this one, completely smooth grip, and this one has a diamond texture. So, there are plenty of differences between these two controllers that make each of them unique, and honestly, it makes both of them worth having. Even if you only use one for gaming, the other one is just going to look amazing on display. So, yep. Once again, it's pretty crazy what a $20 difference can do between these two, right? Because this controller was original. Oh, if my thing can stop flipping. This controller here was originally $60. Thankfully, it went down in the past few years. And then this one I got pretty much exactly when it was announced. This one was $40. So, yeah, it's crazy what a $20 difference can do, isn't it? Then the form factor of the two is also quite different. This one, it's a lot wider. It's a lot more like your traditional normal Xbox controller. Whereas this one, it's a lot more slimmed back. It's a lot more, I don't want to say form-fitting, but less beefy, I guess? I'm not entirely sure what terminology to use here. But it's definitely a different form factor, and they both look very different from each other. They're both beautiful controllers, don't get me wrong. Especially if you're a Sonic fan, you're going to want to have both. But, yeah, these are really cool controllers, and I think this one is definitely an upgrade over this one. But this one's still beautiful. This one I still stand by what I gave it. Just, be aware the audio jack on this one's a little finicky. That's why there's a little bit of bent plastic there. Mine kind of broke, so yeah, hopefully with this one I won't run into that same problem. Oh, that's cool. You can actually see, like, into the controller if you look through the audio jack. That is cool. Okay. Alright, I think I've done enough piddling around now with comparison and all that. Now it's time to plug this sucker up to the PC and check out the gorgeous LED lights. And then we'll get on to how it works in a game and final verdict and etc, etc. Alright, welcome to my desk, by the way. I still have my morning coffee to drink after I'm done making this video, but oh yeah, I also have a cable guy. I forgot to bring that up in another video too. So, yep, I do have a cable guy now. This was a birthday present from, I believe, a year ago from my aunt. So, if she's watching this, thank you. He is amazing, and I love him. Okay, now for the moment of truth. I got this guy plugged up to the Power A cord, and then we're going to turn it on, we're going to press some buttons, and we're going to see what the lights do. 3, 2, 1, go. So it's just going to power on. Computer takes a minute. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Look at that beauty. Oh yeah, the LEDs work beautifully with this. Wow. Now I know it's the middle of the daytime, so I can't exactly show how bright it is, but it is, it's pretty freaking bright, man. Like, if we move over here and move down, like, look at this. Whole controller is pretty much completely lit up. Like, that is absolutely beautiful. Now let's see if we can figure out all the settings to this thing. Because it says there's multiple LED settings with the A, B, X, and Y buttons. So let's see what it does. Ready? Okay. I might need to look at the manual to figure this out, so, be right back. Okay, so it turns out the only way to change the LEDs on this thing is to go into the PDP app and try to get it connected and all that, and I've tried for like 20 minutes straight. It doesn't work for me, so one thing I forgot to point out about the controller, though, is that the back has texture. I completely forgot that, so please excuse me for forgetting that in the overview. Now, we're going to test how this thing works practically as an actual gaming controller. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it on here on my PC, and then we'll also test it on my Xbox. So, because it says it works for both, so that's the best way to find out for sure. So, with my custom Sonic the Hedgehog Movie 3 SA2 homage wallpaper up and going, let's pick a game. I think the best one to work for this test is going to be Roblox. So let's do that. Let's open Roblox, open up a random game, and see how it works. The best way to test it is to do an obby. But we'll keep it Sonic themed, but we are going to do an obby. So this is my little create a guy. Hope you like him. It took me a little while to get him, and yes, I did have to buy some of this stuff with Robux, like Super Shadow and the Chaos Emeralds, and he's supposed to have a hoodie, but for some reason, some of the games don't render it. So, here we are in the Sonic the Hedgehog obby, and we're going to test it out. So, this is me moving the joystick. Seems to work pretty well. Spinning the camera. Works good. Jump button works. Alright, let's see how this works. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to do a basic test to make sure everything's working. Ignore the little Z fighting you see there on my screen, if you can actually see it. That's a fault of the PC, not the controller. And for some reason it brought up my Overwolf. That was weird. Okay, let's get rid of that. Another interesting thing I found out about this controller is that if you hit the Xbox button when you're on here, it'll either open your little mini menu, or if you hold it, it will open up Steam, which is interesting. I did not know it could do that, but it seems to work pretty good. It's reading all my movement. As I die. Let's try that again. A shockingly weird amount of time. Oh, there we go. I forgot I can also change my camera view. So, as you can see, if I can stop dying, it works pretty good. It is a little louder than the other controller. Like, you can't hear it audibly clacking, but it doesn't seem too bad. Are you recording for 6 minutes? Let's do 5 more. Yeah, let's do 5 more. So, if I can stop dying, that'd be nice. Alright. Okay, don't touch that one. Yeah. A shocking amount of my free time is spent in obbies. I find them fun, even if they can be a little frustrating at times. And sometimes the jump button doesn't work, but other times it's just user error. This is the kind of games I usually play. I do play Tycoons as well on here, but I'm usually an obby guy because I like to test myself a little bit. Movie Robotnik. I also love these fan-made creations. It's all free. You don't have to pay premium for like Dreams or any of that stupid crap. A little further. I want to get at least about 10 minutes of footage. Please ignore the noise you hear in the background. That is my heater, keeping my room from freezing. So please ignore that. We can do one more. There we go. So yeah, it seems to work pretty well, I'd say. It works pretty good. Get a little close up of my guy here. There we go. So it works pretty well. I don't feel any lag or any input delay or anything like that. So that's good. Everything seems to work really well. So yeah, overall, thumbs up for the PC, PC-wise. So now with that out of the way, we're going to unplug this. We're going to use that other cord, and we're going to try it out on the Xbox with Sonic Superstars. Alright, so the first test of this thing was successful on the PC. It works pretty well. I didn't feel any input lag or delay or anything like that, but now it's time to see how it works on console. So, I've got Sonic Superstars here. Yes, I have the reversible cover on because it looks way cooler than the other one. I'm going to pop it in my Sonic Box 1, my name for my Xbox One because I covered it in Sonic decals, and we're gonna test it out. Now, I'm not gonna get as good of a camera angle on this one because you were sitting on my guinea pig cage back there. Like, if you look for a minute, you guys were sitting right there where Little Biscuit and Little Reggie are at. You were sitting on top of that thing, which allowed me to get a good angle. Whereas this one, it's probably just going to be focused on the TV from a slightly elevated angle. So you're not going to see me or the controller in this part, but I will give you as detailed of a description as I can for how this works on a console. So without further ado, let's pop in Sonic Superstars, let's go through the first level and see how everything works. Alright, so for this test we have Sonic Superstars in. I did get this game just recently, so this is also going to be a way of you getting my thoughts on it for those of you that were curious. I do think this game's great, but it does have some problems, and I don't think it's as good as Mania or Frontiers. But I think it works pretty well. So, let's plug in the controller. Sega! There we go. Where'd I put my remote? Let me turn the volume. You know what? No, we don't need volume for this test. This is just a test, after all. It's not really like me playing the game. Love the animated intro. We're gonna have to skip it, though, because we're here for a test, not for a playthrough. Looking pretty good. Start game. Autosave, of course. Now, like I said, we're just playing the first level. We're not going to get super deep into it. We're going to start a new file. We'll do time attack mode. Play. And let's play as Knuckles. We haven't played as Knuckles yet. My main profile I've done as Sonic, so this one's all about time. So let's see how we do. Now this is Xbox One, so the loading is a little slow. I apologize, but alright, here we go. Oops. Forgot the glide on that one. Okay, so everything seems to work pretty good. Gonna spin dash through here. One thing I don't like about the glide is that it does stop your momentum like dead in its tracks, so. But it is a good way to also skip around a little bit. I do love this 2.5D. I do think this is really cool. I love it when games do this, when they play around with the 2D to make it look kind of 3D and also kind of not. It's a little hard to explain, but if you're an avid gamer, you understand what I'm trying to say. Good thing for that shield, or that thing would have killed me. Off we go. That thing got me that time. There we go. And then this is why I play as Knuckles, because it's fun to climb up walls. Climb, climb, climb to the top of this thing. Damn. There we go. Now we're going. Now we're going. Go, go, go. Level 1 complete. Minute 50. Not bad. Cool. Not bad. I do think I need to play as Sonic, though, because Knuckles is a little bit slow. So let's play as Sonic this time. Same thing. Same challenge. And let's go again. Not to mention, it's only been 4 minutes, so... I want to get a decent bit of footage here. I apologize for the lopsided angle, but this is literally the best I can do in my situation. So. I'm still not used to that wall run. It still feels weird. There we go. Now we're going. Now we're going. Oh man, that was close. As I just jump right into spikes like an absolute nincompoop. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not making that. Hey, magnet. Sweet. You ain't getting me today, fishy. No, sir. Haha. Minute 20. We got through that one 30 seconds faster than Knuckles. Okay, I think that's enough testing. So, it works great on PC. It works great on console too. It works amazing on console, actually. Honestly, I think I want to do one more test. I want to do one more test. Sorry, I'm just having a lot of fun with this controller, and I kind of don't want to stop playing. So, for this final test, let's play something a little more challenging. How about we give Warframe a try? Okay, apparently Warframe needs to update, so how about we try a different type of game then? Let's play Kart Racers 3 for our final test. So, let's finish it with just one quick little race. Oh, there's the rumble. So we'll just do a normal race. Okay, set all that up. Alright, now let's pick a somewhat easy track if we can. There we go, this is Puff's Bowling School. That's the basic track of the game. Alright, let's see. Let's go with... Let's go with SpongeBob. He's the most balanced. I'll just keep everything I have it. Lynn, Eugene, Pearl. Alright. Here we go. Final test. I keep forgetting how to do that. I haven't played this game in a while. Squat around here. I intentionally picked someone with handling because I'm not great with drifts, so. Let's just run circles around these guys. Throw away the gnome as I get hit by a car. Typical SpongeBob, hitting everything except the road. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replay the game a little bit, because I don't remember how to do everything. Hey, get off me. Get some... There we go, get a boost. Ow. Missed. Of course I did. Dang it. Seriously? This game wants to annihilate me today. Get out of the way. Oh, now you're just gonna steal my items, dude? Come on, get out of my way. More slime tokens, sure, why not? Throw a football backwards so they can get away from me. Let's try a drift. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Yep. There we go. Now we're getting some distance. Win. Yes. Okay. We won. Wow, we were almost a full 10 seconds ahead of Chucky. Which is weird. I thought Zim was the one trying to go up my rear, but apparently not. Okay, I think that's enough testing, because we played Roblox, we played Sonic, and now we played some of that, so... without further ado, let's get into the final verdict. Alright, so we've played a casual game, we've played a racing game, and we played a platformer. So, with all that testing done out of the way, bottom line, is this controller worth it? Well, if you've seen the majority of this video, I think you already know the answer. It's absolutely yes. This controller is absolutely just outstanding in every single way possible. Yes, it is a bit of a different form factor than the other one we previously reviewed, but I think this one beats that one in terms of its quality, in terms of its extra features, and in terms of its overall performance. It is a phenomenal controller. It works fantastic, it feels great, and it looks absolutely just gorgeous. Like, this controller, it's amazing, dude. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, it is absolutely amazing. Now, my only gripe with this thing is that the app nonsense is the only way for you to change your LEDs. I hate that. I legit hate that because the LEDs themselves, that app doesn't work. That app just piece of crap. But if you don't care about that and you don't mind the LEDs just sticking the color that they are, then this controller is absolutely for you. It is a phenomenal piece of machinery. It's a phenomenal piece of Sonic memorabilia. And it is one that I definitely think belongs in every gamer's collection, one way or another. Now, is it the most incredible, amazing controller ever? Like most pro controller people are just gonna sneer at this thing like, oh, it's just a novelty item. This doesn't work long term. Well, no, I see this working long term. I see this being my go-to controller from now on, at least for PC. I'm still going to use the wired Advantage one for my actual console. But bottom line, this is an awesome controller. It works great, it feels great, it looks great. It's just great all around, and all Sonic fans are going to love and adore it. So, with all that said, let's go ahead and get into our final verdict for this controller, which is going to be a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. I don't even care if that's biased. This is my opinion, and in my opinion, this controller is absolutely incredible, and every Sonic fan that gets it is going to be beyond happy with it. So, yeah, absolutely check this thing out. It is gorgeous, it is beautiful, it is amazing, and it is definitely worth every single penny. I'm so happy to finally be the proud owner of one, and I cannot wait to see the many years of gaming that this thing goes through with me down the line. So, yep, that's it. That's going to do it for this review. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. And stay tuned because I did order the headset that goes with this controller, the PDP REALMz Nintendo Switch headset, which also has LEDs and does the same thing. So, a short review of that will be coming very soon. It has arrived in my P.O. box, but I gotta wait until I can actually have time to get to the post office to grab it. So, once I get it though, I will definitely do a review on it, and I will definitely tell you all about how it works in tandem with this controller. And yeah, man, the closer and closer I get to completing my dream Sonic PC setup, because I have the wallpaper, I got the keyboard, I got the mouse, I have a controller, I have the cable guy. Like, all I'm missing is the headset and maybe a game locker to stick up here somewhere. So, yeah. After that, I'm pretty much set for life. So, yep, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more videos like this almost every single day. And until the next video, have a great day, stay supersonic, and take care. Peace. Yeah, one last thing before I go, I forgot. Someone wants to say hello. Biscuit. Biscuit. Say hi, buddy. Say hi, audience. He's such an interesting little pig, isn't he? And then, of course, there's little Reggie. Say hi, buddy. He's a little... He's weird. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Since I had you guys sitting on top of the cage earlier for the bit with the PC testing, I thought I'd go ahead and just let these little guys say hi too. So, yep, okay, now I'm done. See you in the next video. Peace. Lesson I'll soon forget. So listen and you won't regret. Be true to yourself, don't miss your chance, and you won't end up like the fool who ripped his pants.